Biafra, superstars, media.
My people, make we laugh for this one. Make we laugh. This one funny well. Rufai Oseni don't. Rufai Oseni, Asari Dokubo don't open your eyes. Asari Dokubo don't open your eyes. You see, every time I tell Rufai say Nigeria is not for you, that thing called Nigeria will not work. Now make una hear the way Rufai don't lament when him hear the way Asari Dokubo talk. If you are ready, let's go there. May I hear this one?
But if you get strong head, you bring down. If you do anyhow, you go see anyhow. Those who have lost election should prepare for 2027. Thank you.
Listen.
If you do anyhow, you will see anyhow. Asari Dokubo, and now he says it's President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He has returned. He says it's turn by turn.
He said he don't collect the money.
If you want, collect your own.
Collect your own. So he don't collect his own. We know why they talk. Oji, we have built an obedient state.
Hold on there.
The same state somebody here was defending yesterday and saying fraud means being clever. That's what we have built. And we're going to see the end of it.
Okay.
The police said they are looking for intelligence. Asari Dokubo is giving you free intelligence that he's going to cause chaos.
Yes, he's giving free intelligence to Rufai. But in the zoo government, as long as you are down with APC, your sins are forgiven. Like in the Bible when it says, go and sin no more. Your sins are forgiven. That's the problem. That's the quagmire you find yourself when you believe in Nigeria. Now, within me, they try to let you understand all this while. Say, Nigeria is not for you. Nigeria no go work, Rufai. Rufai Oseni, Nigeria no go work. May not continue.
WOTO, he said.
The people in the markets are giving free intelligence. Àwọn Bami Alasho Whitey, Bami Eko, Bami Iba. They went on the street with their charm. Go. They are giving you free, and then they're going to cause chaos. The state is watching and not saying anything. We have created an obedient state where people don't play by the rules.
Oyibo.
And it is a dastardly state it provides. It is chaos and avarice that will constantly follow. That's why you see today, Nigeria is the fight of the most violent. So you can see the country we've built. This same video you played was highlighted to IGP Egbedokun. He feigned ignorance like he didn't know that people were being threatened.
Hold on there. This man with the CA now, this IGP man. The Inspector General of Police. God have mercy. They showed him the video. When a so-called civilian in the zoo, Asari Dokubo, they bully everybody. He pretended like he doesn't understand what was going on. But the Igwe in Lagos, when say they are destroying our businesses, if the police cannot protect our business, perhaps I may have to call the ESN to protect it. That man is still languishing in jail. Nobody say him say, I will bring ESN. He say, if you cannot protect our businesses, perhaps I may have to call the ESN to come and protect our businesses. That was in the month of March 2023. We are now in the month of August 2024 and counting. And the man is still in jail. One of the charges is terrorism. A Biafran man. The Igwe in Lagos. One of the charges on his head is terrorism. But for Twitter, for X, somebody is saying Igbo must go. Igbo must go. It is time to buy all the Igbos in Lagos. Even the governor of Lagos said, I'm not really sure. I don't know who talked that thing. No be me, no be me talk about Nigeria. Now who do na this thing? Make una shame for me now. Una shame they shame me. Make una shame for me small. Rufai, I warned you about this country called Nigeria. I warned you. But you keep on saying you love Nigeria. God bless Nigeria. I believe in Nigeria. Nigeria will work again. I believe something good will come out of Nigeria. Today, now you don't cry now. Now you don't cry. I warned you, Rufai, say, wash your hand off that zoo. You claim to be the best journalist in that zoo. People see you as a self-acclaimed, the best journalist. That's why I'm always putting your hands in the fire. I am putting pressure on you to make you to rethink and reconsider. It's a privilege. See it as a privilege that I'm calling you out every time. Because I only deal with the best. I'm here to spar intellectually with you. You believe in Nigeria, Rufai. Now you are crying. Asari Dokubo. Don't open your eyes. Continue.
So obviously, it is these same people that have threatened they will cause the violence. But does the police care? Does the state care about the security of people? No. Because this was the same people when somebody threatened fire and brimstone during the election. The state CP came out to say what? He said he was joking. But you see, I'd like to quote the words this morning of Charlie Chaplin.
Hold it there first. The one he was talking about. Now when MC Olomo come out say, Iyashukudi, no come out to. Iyashukudi, no come out to. We go buy you, no come out to. Iyashukudi, no come for election, no. Think about that. The IG said, oh, he's joking. Hi, that Nigeria. Now who doing this thing? Most of you that lived, even some of you that live in the Western world, you are enjoying liberty in the Western world. You are living in the midst of Oyibo. Just some years ago, some decades ago, there was slavery. Oyibo, they sell us as slaves during that time. But today, you are living at liberty with them. You are free with them. Neighbors now be Oyibo. You are enjoying the benefit of living in the Western world. But you still have that myopic views of what is happening back home in that zoo called Nigeria. You are living in England, you are living in Germany, you are living in France, Canada, America. But you still hate on your so-called one Nigerian neighbors. You claim you believe in one Nigeria. You are enjoying freedom in the Western world. You are enjoying equality because they have the rule of law. That is why no Oyibo, they put rope for your neck. If there was no rule of law, therefore they buy one, because till this day there are still some racists out there. But to call a spade, the tribal bigotry happening in that zoo called Nigeria is worse than racism. Tribalism is worse than racism. Because in racism, you know, said now, if people when look different from you, people from a different race, so in most cases, they have a different skin tone. Their complexion is different. So you can tell who a racist is. But in tribalism, people that look like you, they live in the same land as you. They live in similar their community is similar. They live under one so-called country, a contraption. They look like you, but they hate you with a passion. They hate your tribe. They hate your name. They hate your culture. It's a taboo for you to be doing well. As a businessman, if you are making good money, it's a taboo to them. As a businessman, if you are doing well, making abnormal profits, what they call super profits in economics, and you are buying houses, you are going into real estate, you are buying land, they hate on you. Tribalism, if you ask me, is worse than racism. In tribalism, they will tell you you cannot live in Lagos. Think about that. Some years ago, Lagos was the capital of that zoo called Nigeria. And you know what happens to a capital, the capital of a city, the capital of a country. You know what happens there. All the businesses, they will have their headquarters there. The civil service will be based in the capital. Businesses and branches, they will have their head office in the capital. Those working in civil service, they will have to move to the capital. As most of you now, you are moving to Abuja. And over time, you will have your children. They will grow up in Abuja. They will school in Abuja. They will understand the culture of Abuja. They will get married in Abuja. They will raise their children in Abuja. Their children will grow up and raise their own children in Abuja. And then suddenly, due to tribalism, they say, oh, those who are from a different tongue, you speak a different language, you are not allowed to vote. You are not allowed to go into politics, to be the president. They hate on you. The others go mess in the class. It's okay. If you mess, they go flog you, punish you. But in the Western world, most of you that live in the Western world, the white man will not stop you from living wherever you want to live. If you are based in the UK, you can live in London. No, or you will stop you. Say, hey, how come you are staying in London? Go to Liverpool. Go to Scotland. Go to Liverpool. They won't do that to you. When you want to vote, you are happy to go and vote. You are in USA. You are free to live in Washington, D.C. Nobody will stop you. Say you are a black man. Go and live somewhere else. You are an immigrant. Go and live somewhere else. They don't do that in the Western world. But in your zoo, dirty shithole country, those that you claim you believe in one Nigeria, you are doing it to your so-called fellow one Nigerian members. It's fiakwa. Very shameful. Una shame they shame me. Make una shame for me small. Una shame they shame me. Make una shame small now. Eh? Rufai, that's a country you say you love. Oh, I get it. Because you are into journalism. And right now, Nigeria is like a movie. Every day in a new episode. The TV series called Nigeria, it is a blockbuster. Every day na new episode. Never ending episode. Every day na new show. And as a journalist, you are there, you are breaking the news, you are analyzing the news, you are speaking on the news, it is with you. You are getting more sponsorship. You are enjoying life because right now in the zoo, the only thing when they strive now, the only business when they do well now, journalism, because there is so much to talk about. Tribalism is worse than racism. I said it. So any idiot in the Western world that comes to tell me about racism, any so-called Nigerian from the other tribes that come to tell me, oh please, how can I go and I want to go to the tribunal, I want to go and report my boss, he's a racist, I will spit on that person's face. I will tell them that in your so-called shithole country, tribalism is worse than racism. Because the Oyibo man will not stop you from living wherever you want to live. You are free to go to any city in America, California, or anywhere, New Jersey, New York, anywhere you want to live, you are free to live there. Nobody will stop you. Nobody will burn down your business. Nobody will lock you up because you are from a particular, country. Or you are a migrant. It means you are below the law. No. Everybody are under the law. Tribalism is worse than racism. And going forward, any idiot that comes to tell me, oh, the white man, they are racist, I will spit on that person's face and reply to them that tribalism is worse than racism. Let's continue.
In a movie called The Great Dictator.
Okay, let's take it back. Listen.
Does the state care about the security of people? No.
Listen.
Because this was the same people, when somebody threatened fire and brimstone during the election, the state CP came out to say what? He said he was joking. But you see, I'd like to quote the words this morning of Charlie Chaplin in a movie called The Great Dictator.
Okay.
He said there will be an end someday to these great dictators, where this hatred and avarice will cease, where the freedom and the liberty of man will be enthroned. It looks like it's going to be a long night for us as Nigeria. But I know one day we'll come out of this long-winded tunnel.
Wow, that's the mistake you keep on making. After you have said everything that Charlie Chapman said, you then concluded that it will be a long tunnel. But at the end, you keep on making that mistake. You're now saying, but you know, at the end, there will be a light at the end of the tunnel. Not in Nigeria, my brother. The only light you will see is that spark that will break up that zoo like the 5 heartbeats. The only light you will see in Nigeria is the spark that will break that zoo up. And for what I'm seeing, I think there is now an ignition, and very, very soon that spark will come out. We the Biafrans, we are watching you guys. Make sure you do like protests. Those doing your protests, keep on doing it. Your agenda of the protest is different from ours. Your agenda is to have good governance in Nigeria. It means you want to remain in Nigeria where there is good governance. But for us, the Biafrans, our own agenda is that we want out. We are done with that thing called Nigeria. The contract we have with Nigeria is null and void. We are done with it. We want a divorce. So it's a 2 different school of thought. 2 contrasting views. The end goal for us is liberation and independence. The end goal for you guys doing your protest is to have a better Nigeria. So you wondering how come the Igbos are not protesting now? What's going on? My brother, we don't see Unanyash finish. Breeze don't blow. Faunyash don't show. We don't see Unanyash finish. And we know say Nigeria is not meant for us. Because trust me, so far they are doing a protest. Nobody don't buy for Lagos or whatever. If the Biafrans mistakenly join you guys in that protest, by now the body count will be in their hundreds. It will be the chance for the Zoo military, the Fulani killer headsmen, dressed in Nigerian military uniform. It will be their chance to switch off all the whole cameras. Lord have mercy. They will switch off all the cameras. They will tell the media not to come around. Then go they buy the innocent youths, the innocent protesters in the zoo in Biafra land. And they will tag them unknown gunmen, IPOB, ESN. That's their regular trademark. We know them very, very well. And once they tag them that name, nobody in that zoo will ask questions. They will say, blame it on Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa sent his boys. They carried guns. They will buy the innocent boys, put a fake gun next to their lifeless body, and call them ESN, as they always do. And the rest of the Nigerians will say, oh, it's good for them. Why are they coming to protest with guns? They are criminals. We love the military. Buy them. My brothers, we don't see Unanyash finish. Breeze don't blow. Tolo Nyash don't open. So we know the game. Our interest is different from you guys' interest. Ours is to seek a lasting solution. And we have checked up and down, through and fro. We have done all the analysis, and the only way to get that freedom is to break away from that contraption, that shithole called Nigeria, Nigeria, the areas of the black man. Oyibo, very wicked people. Negroes. The area of the Negus. The river of the Negus, River Niger. No. The Negro River, where they took the slaves. The river that they put their boats, they carried the slave away. Behind the river, you will see the Negroes there. you guys don't understand this thing. When the British first came to that zoo called Nigeria, they came to enslave you. You were not slaves. They enslaved you. Enslavement means, say, they came, they saw a free people. They saw a free people having a good time, living in their communities, living in their kingdoms, living in their tribe, and they enslaved you. It means they overpowered you, they put chains on your hands, they put manacles on your feet, and they called you slave. They overpowered you and they made you slaves. Enslavement is different from slavery. But because some of you black people, you black monkeys, you don't know your history. You have not sat down for 2-3 months to study the history. Understand this man you are dealing with, British. Understand the white man. White man will do something bad and they will spin it around and say, oh, all we did was the colonization. Colony. It means they came to a land and they colonized the land. They made it theirs and the subjects around it became their property. It became their wealth. So over time, they said, okay, now let us share this wealth. Let us call it the Commonwealth. That's the white man lying to you. And because most of you, you are stupid, you are myopic, you only read to pass exam in that zoo. You are not scholars. Even some of you in the Western world, tell me, when last have you gone to the library of the white man? When last have you gone to the museum of the white man to see the artifacts, the real history about what they did to you? All you want to do is you want to go and watch film. You want to go to a nightclub to go drink beer. Most of you, you have been living in the Western world for so many years. You have never been to their museum to see the real artifact, the things they stole from Africa. Because they lied to you when they told you, oh, we only did, we colonized Africa, and you believed them. The colonization of Africa, that was all they did. Those that claim to be Nigerians, you believe they only colonize you. That's why you still love the slave master. That's why you still love the name given to you by your slave master. That's why you still worship the Jesus given to you by your slave master. That's why you still follow the religion given to you by your slave master. A religion where the God is white, the Son of God is white. A taboo that a foreigner, a mankind, a kind of a man came to Africa where you have the real man. Oh my God, have mercy. You guys are not ready. You guys aren't ready. Mankind. When you hear in your Bible, mankind means a kind of a man. They came to Africa where they saw the original man. Oh my God. You guys are not ready, man. I will not go to that subject. When you go to Australia, the blacks there, they are known as what? Aboriginals. Aboriginal means an abstract from the original. Aborigines, where you see for Australia, those black men with coily hair, they are abstract from the original. An abstract. Aboriginal means abstract, an abstraction of the original. We are the original man. Even this guy tried. Fela in his music, he said, I be African man original. I no be gentleman at all. Oh. I no be gentleman at all. I no be gentleman at all. Oh. I be African man original. I no. He tried. He had the knowledge to an extent. The black man from Africa is the original man. And from us came every other thing else. The evolution of man. You guys need to know your history. Some of us that went upwards towards the north, we got to Australia, mixed up. And before you knew it, they are now known as Aborigine. Or you both this smart. When them see them, say, okay, This one, they are black, so, but they have coily hair. Okay, they have mixed with something. So they call them the Aborigine. It means an abstract of the original. Origin, Aborigine means an abstract of the original. And the Oyibo way they say so, they are mankind, because when we saw Neanderthal, we slept with them. There was, we mated with them. Neanderthals, we saw them on our way. Because during those days, man was just going to and fro, back and forth, migrating everywhere. And when we slept with Neanderthal, over time, they now created the Caucasians, the Caucasoids. They were staying under the Caucasus Mountain. That was how we now had mankind. Mankind means a kind of a man, not the original man. But you have allowed mankind to come to Africa to give you a religion, to give you a God to serve, to tell you story about this world. They enslaved you, but they called it colonization, and you believed it. They gave you a name, Nigeria, Niger area, the areas of the Niger, and you took it because you are blind of the knowledge. Now see me, I don't read like a madman. I don't study tire. I've sat down under the feet of so many scholars to understand the reason why we are even in this world in the first place. When you go to the pyramids in Egypt, in the land of Kemet, not even Egypt, the real name is Kemet, the land of the blacks, the black land. In the pyramid of Giza, there is an inscription there. It says, man, know thyself. In Meduneta, it says, man, know thyself. Man must know thyself. You must know who you are in the first place. When you know yourself, you will understand there is no need for you to take what the white man gave you. They gave you a name. They enslaved you. Whoever names you owns you. Whoever names you owns you. In America back then now, let's face it, all the whole slaves, they all had English name. Johnson, Jack. The slaves of Jack, the slaves of Johnson. Over time, it became their surname. They took the surname of their slave master. Till this day, the blacks in America, their surname are Western name because they took the surname of their slave master. It's not easy. I really feel for them, because they are trying their best to understand their culture, who they are. And the more they study, they get close to West Africa. But look at the way you animals, you are doing tribalism. You hate your people because of the white man. Very back of people. So somebody like Rufai should know all these things. You should know that for the fact Nigeria was created by a white man, it will not work. It won't work. Because to the white man, when they see black people, they assume you are the same people. How can someone just come and say, okay, take the north and south, make them one? For the fact that was done by a white man, you should have broken down nonsense the moment you got your freedom. But no, because you guys, you are backward. All your leaders back then, they were trained by Britain. Azikiwe, Awolowo, all those guys, they were trained by Britain to continue with the blueprint. You guys ain't ready, man. You guys ain't ready. Let's continue.
Hypocrisy and avarice, and come forth and break forth into a shining light. People have a right to protest. Yes. They don't have a right to be intimidated. Like the state does not care for them. It's on the states to protect them. But if the state doesn't, then we can all see the hypocrisy for what it was, for what it is, as we're speaking today.
All right.
So Asari Dokubo, carry on. Even you say you will do it, you will go scot-free, but you forget that there's a God that lives someday. All of us, we answer to that God one day.
God.
There is no God to
come down to save you, no. You are the question and the answer. In your hands, you've got the answers to your problems. You've got the tools to free yourself. If you're expecting God to come down to do it for you, then you are weak and lazy. God only does godly things, not minor things about there is God or there is God or. You're expecting God to come down and solve the issues with your politicians. You guys think God is that small that he will leave heaven and come down to discuss the affairs of men when you've got the tools to sort yourself out? You guys don't. In fact, no. What you do is, as you are going towards your liberation, you put it in the hands of God. But you will be the one to go out there, fight for your freedom, fight and die for your freedom, or die or die. It's you that will go out there to do the job, not God coming down to do it for you. In fact, you guys are not even ashamed. Now, old men in their 80s, they're the ones bullying you guys like babies. Old men that should be in their pension age. Now, them they bully you, now they make you live like slave. I am hungry. Power. Old men, they make you hungry. Fear bastards. Come on for this place, man. I rest my case. For those who have ears, let them hear. For those who have ears, let them hear. From me, from here, for now. Bye-bye.
Yeah, Biafra is the freedom. Yeah, Biafra, let it be known. We're here for the throne. Biafra, we going home. Yeah. Mazi Namdekanu, Mazi Samanek, my Prime Minister Biafra. You know he does it better. I'm looking all strapped up in this game, Biafra soldier. Let my name be known, nigga. I'm the soldier. Yeah. I'm fighting for liberation. I'm fighting for the people. I'm fighting for my freedom. Yeah. We fight for Biafra. Let it be known, cause we're straight from Africa. Yeah, the black nation, the creation of God. I am the lion, it's taking it hard. We're fighting for the freedom.
Yeah.